everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Simply Jessica here today with Monday's craft. Also, happy November. I can't believe it's November already. This year is flying by. So I have our Monday craft going on, and what I started with are these boxes, shadow boxes here, these triangle ones that I got from the Dollar Tree. Try to turn some light on here. There we go. So I got these here. They had different designs on the inside. I just picked ones with like lighter shade because we're going to cover the inside here. We're going to paint the wooden part, and we're going to be covering this with paper. So we are going to start with 3 of these. I already started one back here. So these are the 2. The other one I got had like a light green color on the inside. Again, it's not going to matter because we're going to be covering it. So we are going to start with these. We're going to decorate each one differently as well. And I know I say this in a lot of my videos, but these are just the ideas I came up with. There's a million different ideas you can do. You can put whatever, you can paint it whatever color, you could do whatever you want. So this is just my take on it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So what I'm going to be doing is using this Apple Barrel Real Brown paint from Walmart. And I already, you probably see my mess right here, have some water in these little trays. I'm just going to mix some of this paint with the water. And we're going to, I need my paper towels here. So I want to do like a stain look to it. So I have the paint here. I'm going to mix it around in my water. And then we're just going to apply it like this. And then just let it sit for a second. I'm literally just going to take this paper towel and just rub down the side. So that way it has, I might need to use, you see the difference here. So this is what it looked like, and this is what it looks like now. So it just has a very light staining effect to it. I actually want to add maybe just a little bit more brown to it, because the other one I did was a little bit darker. So we're just going to mix that in there and just go over this again. Just wanted it a little bit darker, like that. Let that sit. So we'll just do another side while we wait. So you're going to do this on all 3 sides, and we're going to do the inside as well. Just like that. And then take our paper towel and just go down it. So then it looks like this. So it just has this really beautiful staining effect to it. Again, so just as a little bit of a reference. So this is the original one, and this is with the brown. So we're going to do all 3 of the sides here. And again, and like I said, there is so many different things you can do with these. But I will just give you a couple of ideas today, because these are just so cute. You can decorate these a million different ways. So we're also going to paint on the inside. Now see here, I'm not too concerned about making a mess because we're going to be covering that. So you won't even see where I got all the paint. So that's the best thing. Unfortunately, the one that I started, I forgot to paint it first. So you can kind of, I already had the paper in here that I wanted. So I did get a little bit of paint on it, but that's okay. So we're just taking our paper towel, and look at that. It just looks so beautiful, like it was just stained so beautifully. So that is what it will come out to look like. We're just going to continue on all of the sides here. Just getting that paint in there, right down the edge. Get some of that. There we go. Get our paper towels and just wipe it. I really like how this turned out. It just gives such a nice stained wood color. So we're just going to finish this one off, and then I will go off camera to finish the other one. And then I'll show you what I'm doing with the inside. I want that to be dry before we do anything to it. Okay. So this is what it will end up looking like. If you can see the difference here. So this is what it looks like when you first buy it. And this is the stained look it'll get after you're done. So you can see I did the inside as well as the corner, the outsides. So I'm just going to go off camera quick, finish up this one, and then I will be back. Okay, so while they are drying right here, which won't take too long, we're just going to let those sit because there's a couple other things that I want to do while we wait. So one of these boxes we're going to be using, I already painted it, if wasn't paying attention that I wasn't filming, but the Merry Christmas here, the wooden one that you get the set of, I think there was 3 in there. So I got this and I painted it with the antique white, and I just went right over just the top of it, and we're going to be using that for one of the boxes. And I also have one of the Let It Snow and one of the Believe. So we're going to be painting both of these as well. Start with this one. So I want to paint the Let It Snow. I'm going to paint it with this elephant gray, and except for the snowflake I'm going to get in there and I'm going to paint that white. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. So we'll get the Let It Snow part painted. So you're just going to go like that. Then you're going to paint the word Let It Snow with this elephant gray color. And then I'm seriously just painting the snowflake with this snow white color. Just for a little pop with the snowflake. So that's what we're going to do here. So you can see how it's coming out. That's all we're going to do is paint this word. And then I think with the Believe, what I'm going to do is paint the word red. And then I'm going to, let me see. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint the word red. And then we're going to, this is going to be white right here. Oops, right here. And right here for his Santa hat. So that's all we're going to be doing with this one. Just wanted to show you a little bit what it's going to look like. I think this is going to be really nice. So we are just going to get these painted and ready for when our shadow boxes are dry. Our shadow triangles are dry. And then we can keep going. So again, with this snowflake, you're just going to leave that go. And we're going to paint that with the snow white color. What else? All of my paints, I get from Walmart. It is the apple barrel kind. They're like, for the small ones, only like 54 cents. Pretty much everything I have today is from the Dollar Tree as normal. There's a couple things that are not. So the paint that we use is from Walmart. And the paper we're going to be using to put in the background of the shadow boxes is from Michael's. And the only other, let me think, things that we're going to be using today that are not from the Dollar Tree, I'll just show you quick, are these two cute little snowmen. There's this one, and there's this one. And these also came from Michael's. But everything else is from the Dollar Tree. Even the glue gun, guys, I remembered. So I opened that up, and I have it here next to me. So we are going to be able to test that out today and see how that is working, or how that works. So I'm excited about that. So we do have that to try out today. So we have it plugged in, warming up. Hopefully it works wonders, and that'll be great for a lot of people, including myself. You can just go get one from the dollar store. Okay. So we're almost done painting this. But I think painting it gray and only the snowflake white is really just going to let that snowflake pop. It's going to look really pretty. Just going to finish up the wording here. There we go. Okay. Now you can get the outsides here if you want. Just go over those real quick. So that is what the front will at least look like at this point. So you see the let it snow part just in the gray. And we're going to go in and paint this snowflake white. And you know what? I have to go grab another paintbrush, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we're just going to get our white here and now paint our snowflake. Again, I feel like it's just going to make it just stand out really nice. Just trying to get in the little creases here. Yeah, this definitely, I really like these colors together too, the gray and the white. Should make it stand out really nice. Okay. So that, look how pretty that is. So there we go. It does make the snowflake just stand out so beautifully. Just doing a little bit on the top here. There we go. So that is what this will look like. I love it. So we're just going to let this sit a minute. I'm actually going to bring this one over because why we have the white out is I want to do the ball of Santa's hat here with the white. So we're just going to get that painted. on this one. And then the other part is you're gonna do this edge right here. So we're just gonna get that filled in. Because remember, the rest of this is going to be red. Okay. So that is all that will be white on this one. Let me just get rid of some of that. Okay. So you have the white around the rim of the hat and the ball. Okay, so that's what that will look like, and the rest of this we are going to paint red. I'm just going to hop off camera real quick, finish this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we now have these painted. This is what that looks like. That's in here drying, and here is Believe. So I'm just going to leave them here to finish drying, and we're just going to move on. So these are obviously nice and dry now. It doesn't take long since you're just kind of wiping. So we have these, and I already did one with the black and white checker print, so we're just gonna do the other two in the red and black. So I found it easiest to just trace the triangle. That was the easiest way for me to do it. So we're just going to trace it. And then we're just going to cut out our triangle. And that'll be what we use for the inside. There is enough room on each of these papers to make 2 of them. So since we only have 3 triangles, we're going to do 2 in the red and black and 1 in the black and white. So then we're just cutting out what we traced here. And there you have your triangle that is going to fit in here. You are just going to have to do it with a bit of adjusting. Once you get this in, this is what I did. I just pushed it in like this, down to the bottom. And simply just made a crease right where the bottom is. Pushed it in until we have a crease here. Then I'm going to pull this back out, cut along the crease, and it should fit perfectly in your triangle. Just make sure this is still where it needs to be. And pull that out. You see a crease here? We're just going to cut along the crease. Like that. And see, it fits perfectly on the inside. So I'm going to get that to come back out for a minute. And we are going to take our Mod Podge. We're going to put a little bit in here. Take our brush, and we're just going to spread it around so our paper sticks. So I'm just going along the edge, around the entire purple part of it is what we're going to cover with the Mod Podge. just going to get it in there, get it all around. Okay, then we are just simply going to stick this back in. I just used this to push it down. And just to smooth it out here. The corners are a little bit tougher to get, so I'm just going to use the end of the paintbrush here to get in there. And I'm just going to use this little sponge here to push it down. And that is what your inside will look like. So I'm just going to repeat this for the second one. This is the black and white one that I did yesterday. So we have a black and white one, and we have the red and black one. So we're just going to take our last box here. See how it fits perfectly back in here. And we are just going to, like the last one, we're just going to trace it. And we will cut it out. So I'm just going to cut this out, and I'm going to follow the same steps I did in the first one to put the red background into that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have everything painted and ready to go. So all I did was the bells, they came with the string here to hang them. So I tied it here, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the top so it doesn't hang out. So we're just going to cut those off. And then in the black and white one here, we are the top here. We're just going to add a little bit of hot glue right in the center of the crease here. And this is where we're going to hang our bell. So when you get the hot glue in, you're going to stick the string in it so the bell hangs like that. Okay, so we are going to try out our new Dollar Tree glue gun here. I'm just going to push that on in there, get it started. Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit of hot glue in this crease up here. And I'm just going to take this paintbrush here to push our string in. So we're just going to push our string in there and let that hold so that it hangs. So we're just going to push that up there like that, so that our bell hangs like that. And this one here, we're just going to take the believe that we painted, and I wanted to show you too, because I forgot, but I just added a little bit of black in between the E's there, so the E's were more profound, and you can see that it says believe. And we're just going to lay this down, and we are going to just add a little bit of hot glue back on the back of the hat here, and the very end of the E here. I did not paint the back because you are not going to see it. So that way it will look like that. So we're just going to add a little bit of hot glue here. Just line it up so it sits on here nice, even though I keep dropping it. So we are just going to add some hot glue right on the back of this, of the hat here. And on the very bottom of the E, the very tip of the E. And we're just going to flip that over. And I have strings everywhere. And we are just going to place it on like that. Just hold it on there for a second so the glue dries. And then you'll have to just remove all the little glue strings you have everywhere. And that is what this one will look like. So I liked this one because if you ever watched the Polar Express, his ticket said Believe, and he got the sleigh bell from Santa that he could hear at the end of the movie. So I thought that was really cute. So that is all we are going to do with this one here. And that one is done. Look how cute that is. So we got that one done. And then with one of the red ones here, we are going to take our Merry Christmas sign, and it fits perfectly from side to side here on the bottom, but that will go on last because we are going to add these Christmas trees, also from the Dollar Tree. You saw these in one of my hauls. So I have a silver one, a gold one, and the white one. They all came in different sizes here. So I took two of the smaller ones here for the silver and the gold, and a bigger white one here. And I have these blocks that you've also seen in my Dollar Tree hauls. So we have these here, and we're just going to use these to lift the Christmas trees up a little bit higher. And actually, I'm actually going to have to go grab my brown again real quick, because I want to paint these real quick to match the stain that we did on here. So I'm just going to go do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just stained those real quick. Very easy to do, just the same way we did these. And for the little Christmas trees, the silver one and the gold one, we are just going to add a little hot glue to the block. And we are going to stick the tree right on top like that. So we're just going to let that sit for a second. And take one more. Do the same exact thing on the top here. Like that. And add our gold Christmas tree to the top of that one. And these two here, we are going to glue together. So just add a little hot glue here on one and place one on top of the other here. And then our white tree is going to go on the top of those, like that. So we'll just glue all of those together. It's very stringy. Okay, so once you have those put together, then we are going to add some hot glue to the bottom, and we're going to place them in here like this. So I'm going to put the silver one there. I'm going to put the gold one on this other side, and the white one here is going to go in the middle, just like that. So we're just going to glue those in. So again, just some hot glue on the bottom, and then right inside, we're just going to hold it there. So there's our silver tree, and we're going to take our gold tree and do exactly the same thing. Just place it in there. And then our white tree right in the center. I'm just going to turn this so I can see it quick. And the good thing about these trees is that they do bend and move, so you can just adjust them. So that is what that will look like. And then we are going to take our Merry Christmas thing here, and we are going to hot glue that to the bottom here, like this. So we're just going to add some hot glue to the bottom here, right on the edge here, and on the edge here. And that's going right on the bottom, just like that. And that is what that one will look like. How gorgeous, right? So simple, so easy, but so pretty. So that is that one there. And our last one we are going to do with our little snowmen and our Christmas tree. This is that Christmas tree here. The only thing I had to do with this is because it's a thicker tree, is in the back here I had to cut off the back to make it flatter. That way it fit inside the shadow box. So the front still looks nice and full, and the back is a little bit flatter because I just trimmed the back off. That way it will sit in there pretty. So we're just gonna hot glue our snowmen, one on each side. And I'm just gonna kind of turn them a little bit. And then we are going to put our Christmas tree right in the center like that. So let's get those guys glued in. So just some hot glue on the bottom of this snowman. Stick him in there and just turn him a little bit because I kind of want them to look like they're looking at the Christmas tree. We'll do the same thing with this one. Right in we go. And then we will take our Christmas tree here and we will hot glue the bottom of that. And that will go right in the center. Like that. So then you have your beautiful little Christmas tree that has snow all over it, and your two beautiful snowmen looking at it. Again, this one is bendable, so you can move it around. And then we're going to take our Let It Snow sign, and we are going to hot glue it here towards the top. So I would say just like right, the bottom of the Let It Snow sign should be about the top of your Christmas tree, so you're not covering the tree at all. So we're just going to let that sit there. And we are going to just stick some hot glue on the back of this and let that sit there. Okay, so like a little bit here, a little bit here, and then on this side. And we are just going to flip that around. And have it sit right there. Again, we're just going to clean up a little bit of the mess we have. I didn't get it on there good. Okay. And on this side, okay, and just push that on there. It only takes a minute or two to dry. And then you have this beautiful one too. And that is all it takes. I'm just going to clean these up because there's strings everywhere. I have to say that this glue gun seemed to work just fine. It does tend to leak a lot when it's just sitting here, so it does create a lot of leakage around the outside here. But I mean, all in all, it worked really good for $1, so I cannot complain. I'm just going to clean this mess up, get all the glue strings out, and then I will be right back to show you guys what these look like. Okay guys, so that is what they look like all finished. I'm just going to try to shine some light over here so you can maybe see it a little better. There we go. So that is what all three of them came out to look like. I absolutely love these. Um, you guys know how I feel about Christmas and anything Christmas, but I really do feel like these came out super, super cute. So I really hope you enjoyed our Triangle Shadow Box Christmas makeover. And until next time, bye now.